blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time. That's my girl right there. Oh boy, let me switch. Here we go. Hey everybody. What is going on, everybody? Today, let me put some music on. There we go. What's happening? It's another Thursday night here on Crazy Carla's Concoctions.
What's poppin', America? Salutations, Earthlings.
Yes, indeed. Hello.
How you feeling?
I'm good. It's been a good week.
Been a good week?
Yeah.
It's been a good week. It's been a trying week, but it's been a good week, right?
Right.
That's my testimony. You understand?
There's a difference between being busy and being stressed. I was just busy. I can handle busy, but that's stressful. I don't like it.
And sometimes there's both.
And that's worse. That is worse.
It's like, oh my goodness. But this week has been like today, I stayed home. I work from home. Hey, Sean! Peace. I'm telling you, this has been a week. Chad, I'm going to talk about her in just a moment. That's funny. I'm getting ready for Diva Day. Diva Day is next week.
Could you define? I don't know what Diva Day is.
Diva Day is my yearly arrival upon this planet called Earth. It's the day that I celebrate that God brought me here. My mama brought me here. Yeah, that I came for. Diva Day. That's my birthday, August 14th. Get into it. Okay. And I'll be doing a play next week. So we won't have a show next week. We'll be running a rerun, probably this one. But I'll be in full. Actually, we're doing like a dress rehearsal show Thursday, and then the actual play itself is Friday and Saturday. So I'm looking forward to it. Cleaning house with the Royal Curtain Drama Guild, Dr. Stephanie Barber Hurt. Let me say it the correct way. And y'all know some of y'all favorites are in there: Tony Browley, Otis Simpson, Jackie Renee, and moi.
Indeed.
India Page, Felicia Branch. We got a whole roster. Shanice is in there. I'm happy. But I'm going to miss the Caribbean Festival in Raleigh this weekend. I'm not happy about that.
Wow.
It just happens to be the same weekend. So I think next year I won't be doing a play during my birthday. I say it every year, but I do it, don't I? So anyway, we have an amazing guest coming on tonight.
Yes, we do.
And I'm very excited about her because this sister right here, she's an inspiration to me and so many other women and men because she's just an expert in whatever she's an expert at.
I feel that.
And she's one of those people that you stop and listen to her when she talks. So I am very excited to bring her on. But before we do that, we're going to get into these sponsors.
I always got to pay them bills.
Got to do it.
Let's go ahead and
So
start
the
with the
first
sweetest one.
sponsor is the sweetest lie. Now y'all can't see it tonight, but if y'all been looking at my pictures the last few weeks, y'all know my sis hooks me up. Look at that,
Mhm.
look at that. He always be ready. See,
Wow.
you see, bam. See how she do me? See how she be doing me? That's the sweetest lie. She makes sure that I'm always laced and lovely. And when people say you have locks, you can't have a whole bunch of styles, I beg to differ. I
Hmm.
beg to differ. I just got it up today because I just sometimes I just it's weird. Sometimes I just have a comfort in wrapping up my hair. It's really, today was one of those days. I'm sorry, y'all. I, my throat started trying to get swollen last night, and I said, "I rebuke it in the name of Jesus." So here we go. Let me try this again. So Micaiah at the sweetest line, she's into natural hair. She does locks. She does natural hair. She does everything. She does makeup. She she's got growing hands. She will make your hair grow, I promise you. So how do you reach her? You can call her 336-734-3307. You can reach her on Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat at The Sweetest Line. You can also find her on Facebook under her government name, Micaiah Mitchell. And make sure when you go see her, you tell her and listen. She will get in her car and come to you if you are in Charlotte and Raleigh as well. She haven't been to Fayetteville yet, but hey, you could be the first one. I'm just telling you. So tell her Carla sent you. Okay.
Yes, indeed. The next one is my good friend, Miss Myra.
Listen. Girl, I don't even got to tell you about Miss Myra. Miss
Mm.
Myra is the truth. Okay. Intuitive readings by Myra is just that. She gives you an intuitive reading based upon the energy that you give to her. And she's an energy reader. And if you've never experienced such a thing, it's not hoodoo, it's not voodoo, it's not any of those things. He has given some people the gift of reading other people. And she's one of those people. And I'm telling you, she not no predictor of the future. She don't do all that stuff. She literally just tells you what's going on with you. And it's crazy. It will make you be like, has she been spying on me? Literally. So what you need to do, if you're in the Triad area or not, you can still call her at 336-480-1653, or you can go to intuitivereadingsbymyra.com and book a session with her online. She also does virtual readings, and those are the bomb. So you don't have to be here to get an intuitive reading. You don't have to be in North Carolina. You could be wherever you are. And whenever you do book her, please let her know Carla sent you. Okay. And then last but not least,
Never lease.
we have our good friend, Pastor Paul, with the Innate Jerk Center spouse. Baby, I just want y'all to understand. Sunshine is taking all the strength in my body not to eat your ball of hot.
She better quit playing.
You better come get this sauce out my refrigerator. Cause baby, I put it on everything. You hear me? And I'm out. So I need to order me.
Ooh,
Y'all
ooh.
see I had cooked some flake ribs. And they were phenomenal. I put it on everything. I put it on my vegetables. I put it on my meat. We dip our French fries in. Don't judge me. We dip our French fries in it over here, okay? And it's amazing. Now, if you're not a hot mouth person, do not, I repeat, do not order the hot and spicy because, baby, it's hot. Now, if you are like Troy and you have a sensitive American palate, get the mild. But the flavor is what the best thing is about this sauce. It has a flavor like no other sauce you've ever tasted. I'm telling you, it's really, really good. So you can go to nhjerkcenter.com and order you a bottle. And right now it's $12 with shipping and handling. So go to NH Jerk Center, get you some of that sauce, baby. And when you do, please leave Pastor Paula know, let them know Carla sent you. Okay? All right.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
So our guest tonight.
Wait a second. Our schedules never match. You got her gift today.
She ain't had to. Listen, I'm gonna talk about this girl. Wait a minute, before I bring Sharita on. Listen, I had put it out here. Listen, so my sis pulled up on me while I was filming one day, y'all, in Greensboro, and she was like, "I got your birthday gift already," and I was like, "What?" Now, mind you, this was last month. So she hands me this card. Can y'all see that? It says Carla from the Royal Clan. Okay, and then she gave me this beautiful card that says, "You're amazing." And then I opened it up and look, my babies, the Royals, they got me this beautiful card and my fist. But that ain't all. That ain't all. Can y'all see my bag?
Oh boy.
Y'all see that? It say
that
Carla.
Was your name on it.
And you see, baby, it say Leo.
Oh boy.
Give that to her. I'm loved. And it makes me feel so good deep down in my soul. I cry. And I got listen, at the Black Theater Festival, people was on me about that bag, where I got that bag from, and I was like, "Oh, it was a birthday gift." I just kept saying it was a birthday gift. Okay, so thank you, Shy. You know I love you, and I've been bragging on that bag ever since I got it. You hear me? Yes. I love a good. I love a good thoughtful gift. I love a good card. I love a good card.
She said, I guess she was saying I couldn't get mine and not think of my Suge, so she made sure you were straight.
Yeah, I love her. Look, that's what she said. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, sis. I love you so much. That's my shine right there. Y'all hear me? So now, this next sister that's coming on here, she is the business. She is the truth. She also, look, now that I'm up here with this slow throat, she done brought me, she got me a box. I didn't say a bag. She got me a box.
Ginger tea.
Turmeric ginger tea. Already made. All I gotta do is put hot water in it. Baby, the good stuff. The good stuff. Look at that. That's the good. Look, when it come from overseas like that. Okay. Right? You understand me? So, this lady is a poetess, activist, mother, sister, friend, you name it. Jack of all trades. Yeah, and this I'm proud to call her one of my friends. Welcome, Miss Sharita de la Cruz, to the show, baby. Bam! There she go. Pew, 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 pew.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm okay today. Today's a great day.
It has
Today's a good day. And I like rainy days. Rain means replenishing, refreshing. It's been raining, misting, coiling outside, but I feel good. I love the rain.
And she's still in love. She's still in her little honeymoon phase over there. So you probably just like, I saw you. Well, not that song. That's the wrong song.
That's the wrong song.
Let me change it. I want to go outside in the rain. That's the one. Okay.
That part.
Yeah.
And he loves rain too.
Oh, so what do you call it? Pluviophiles? People who love the rain? That's the name.
Yes.
Pluviophiles. Yes. It's a weird name, but it's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like the rain. I don't like to be out in the rain. I'm like a cat for real. Like,
I don't like to be out in either. I like to be in my element while it's raining. Like I like to open up the doors, open up the window, just watch it, listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah,
Now driving in it, that does nothing for me.
and especially at night. No,
I can't hardly drive at night these days anyway because everything goes. But the rain makes it that much worse. So,
you do you have the special glasses? You know, we of a certain age now. We
girl,
have to.
let me see then.
They
I
make
know
it
that's
rain.
right. Yeah. Oh, yes, ma'am.
I don't get to do that. So I'm
Well,
sorry.
but
Maybe
yes,
one day.
I do have the special glasses. They used to call them bifocals, but they care about us now, so they call them progressives.
Listen, I am now progressive lenses and I don't like it.
Right.
Because I like
Up,
the other
down.
glass. It's terrible. I don't like them.
We gotta do what we gotta do, baby.
I like the other glasses better because they clearer. It seems like the progressive lenses is too complicated. You gotta hold your head a certain way and do all this
You
stuff.
know, and that's whenever you show your age because you're doing this now.
I don't have time for that.
I
And the
don't
only
mind.
time
I
I have to
wanted to
wear them
though.
is when I'm driving. What about you?
I've been wearing glasses since I was 5 years old, so they have been
Oh,
an accessory for life.
okay.
Just like today, I saw a young lady wear hoops, big old hoops with eyeglasses, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try it." Because to me, big old hoops, like I wear pierced earrings most of the time because I have the frames. I've seen women wear makeup with glasses. I'm like, I need to get with the
I do.
program.
I wear makeup with glasses all the
I
time.
need to get with the program.
Yes, honey.
But you know what?
Yes.
I'm so cumbersome and fumblesome. I'd have even smudged it off my eyes and have mascara
Ah.
looking like a raccoon out here in the streets, and then they
She's
really think something's going on.
She said Team Progressive Lenses, whoever that was that popped in. I couldn't even see it because it was so little. The T Lady
Look, see,
Pearl said
look
Team
at us.
Progressive.
See, thank you, ma'am.
Listen, it has been a journey. Do you understand?
That's what they
Okay.
used to do when we was little. I can't do it, but I'll do it like this. That's they used to
I've
do
been
this to
wearing
me at
glasses since I
school.
was a kid too. But
They did this to me at school, like four eyes, like
and listen, we stayed in the projects and we was on welfare,
so
so you could only
got
get three.
Medicaid glasses,
No Medicaid glasses. You only got three frames to
three
choose from.
black, brown, or clear.
Baby, and I used to have my mama had me get them little ugly brown glasses, girl. I'm so mad, man.
And you better not break them. You better not break
Child,
them.
I used to look like a street urchin when I was a
I wish. I really
child.
wish. Actually, I posted the picture of me in the first grade with them glasses last week. Them
I bet
things
you
look
that
like
was so
handlebars.
cute. That was so cute
Look just
though.
like this for real. And I was making a stupid rabbit face because I was like,
I love it. You
big
know,
old good
when you're a
form.
kid and you just can't help, you know, how your family seeing you out. I look back at them pictures and I say, Mama, did you love me?
My mama used to do it to me. God bless her. God rest her soul. She used to do it to
Girl,
me. Bobby
my little,
socks. You remember
oh yeah.
remember the hair bows that was actually cotton, twisted, and there was some weirdness with it, and they would tie it like a shoestring, have you looking crazy in the streets after a press and curl. So you smell hot, fresh, and pressed with these crazy looking ribbons.
And your face be greasy.
Shouts out to Goody Bows and Barrettes. Bobos.
And they still make it because I buy them for Pinky.
But you know what? They ain't worth a damn.
No,
They'll
they
pop
are
on in a
cheap now,
minute.
ain't they? They tear up
Back in
so
the day,
easily.
I was nosy. I remember my mama would only buy Bobos like every 2 or 3 months. But now you gotta
Okay.
pop. Say pop. They'll pop on
Girl, so
you.
listen. For the people who don't know Miss Sharita Dela Cruz. Sharita, you know I'm gonna ask
Yes.
you the first question I always ask everybody. Where you from and where you at?
I am from the Gate City, Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm still in Guilford County. I'm out here in the netherworld between High Point and Jamestown.
Oh, so did that tornado come near y'all today? No, that was Reedsville way.
Reedsville, Wilson got one too, but we just got a lot of rain. I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
High Point, it will rain here rain real good, and it's not raining at all in Greensboro. Like some nights I'll be home and it's raining torrentially, and Jose will be at work in Greensboro, and he's like, it's dry out here. Like we'll be on a video call, and he's really standing in front of his building, and it's completely dry. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. It's
I
truly
really
hot.
think they playing with our weather because like my mom's sisters all live down near Fayetteville.
Mm-hmm.
And they said it rained the other day. We didn't get not one drop of rain over here.
Right.
What day was that? Tuesday? Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, hey, and that's only 2 hours away.
Right. It can't be
So,
that
you
much of a
know,
difference in rain
but
patterns.
it was, but it is, sometimes it is. And yeah, the weather has been doing some weird, odd things here lately.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not even gonna get into that right now because I have my theories on that. But
I don't know how they have perspective forecast months ahead of time. Real quick, case in point, when Jose and I got married, we was
no,
gonna have
so
we was gonna have a cookout the day we had a very unconventional wedding week. We we had the book rooms, he had his bachelor party with his guys, I had my bachelorette situation with my ladies, and we had a wedding. Shouts out to the artist block.
yeah.
We had our wedding at the artist block, and we
You
were gonna
do.
have a situation where it was like a cookout the Sunday after our wedding. So in planning, it said it was gonna be 86 degrees and sunny that day. So we was like, oh, okay, we can have a cookout and everything, have our families meet and mingle and fellowship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the week of the wedding came. Girl, I want to say it was probably 66 degrees the Saturday we got married. I was cold.
I
It ended up
remember.
it ended up raining that Sunday. So even before all of that happened, I said, Jose, we're just gonna scrap the cookout. We went to Golden Corral. Shouts out to Golden Corral.
Honey,
They'll always feed
listen,
you. They'll always feed you.
I love it. I love,
Hmm.
girl. I want me some lima beans from in there. They lima
I
beans
like
is
their
good.
veggies. I like their veggies. I really like eat more veggies than meat at this point. I might have 3 days of meat, like today was a chicken wing day. But the rest of the week is gonna be veggies. And so Golden Corral is the place to go if you want your veggies, in my opinion.
I haven't had
Real
any meat
consistency.
today. None.
Hmm?
But I made a pasta salad last night, and I'm gonna eat that. And I'm gonna put me some buffalo cauliflower in the air fryer and eat that with it.
Mm-mm.
It's gonna be
Oh,
good.
God bless it. We got a air. Okay, we just got an air fryer for our wedding anniversary. It'll be 2 years this year, and I just broke that thing out about 2 months ago. Shouts out to Clement and Jasmine Mallory for the air fryer we got.
Oh, how nice! They so sweet. Yes.
Beautiful people, beautiful people. And
Mm.
I don't know why I've been sleeping so long, Carla.
Girl, ain't it the bomb? I put my salmon in there, my chicken wings, my girl Taranza and Javetta got me making these orange pepper chicken wings, honey. They
That
are
sounds
so
real
good.
good.
Girl, so good.
It's better heating up in there than it is in the microwave. Of course, it's better for
Yes,
bodies as well. But yeah, man,
I
I
love
love
it.
my air fryer.
I love it. I love it. So my second question is, you ready? I don't know why, and this is just a random question because I wanted to know.
What?
When did you go natural?
Oh my. I ain't gonna hold you. I've been natural most of my life. I think I permed my hair. My mama permed my hair a couple times when I was young, but I shorn my hair the first time in 1995, and I've been natural practically most of my life. I permed my hair for my grandmother's funeral because she said I was working against all the good of the land. And plus she was beautician.
Oh
So
Lord.
she was like, I was setting us back by wearing that big old afro. I don't know why she felt like that, but
Girl, you know them
um,
old school divas, they would be so offended by some
yeah.
non-straight hair, girl. Some
That,
nappy
that
hair.
whew.
Oh, girl,
She
don't you
said that.
come in
She
front
said,
of
"When are
them.
you gonna comb it?" And she was a Leo. God bless her. My grandmother was one of the strongest women I've ever met, and she never held her tongue, but gave so much love. I don't know how that balance came in there, man, but man, oh man, it was there. And she said, "When are you gonna comb it?" So for her funeral, I spoke at all my grandparents' funerals. I did poetry at all their funerals, so I did not want to go before her that day. Nappy. So I permed it. And you know what I've gotten to love?
What's that? The weave, girl. Yeah, they
Girl, I
come
could
through
be
in
a
the clutch.
different lady every day.
I used to have a whole closet full of them. You hear me? All
Listen,
colors, lamps.
this
I
is
used to wear
Alicia.
color contacts. I used to do all that stuff, girl.
This
Yeah.
is Alicia. This is Alicia.
You name yours too. I name my hair. Now I name my scars.
Who is that?
This
Right
right here,
there.
this is Desert Storm.
I see.
See what I'm talking about?
Rightfully so.
Yeah, you
That
get it.
olive green pop.
Hmm.
It's
So
so
when
good
I went
against your
there,
black. You got so good against your black ground, girl.
thank you. I
But
like
so
Alicia. She's pretty.
she's actually one of the first human hair wigs that, and you know, like I really be behind the times. I'm not the kind of person that like to really be on stuff when other people be on stuff, like styles and fads and things. But
Hmm.
you know, I'm really kind of breaking out of that because some things are fun and I need to get out of my little box. So when I started having little tiny issues with my hair, because I have some of the thickest hair that most people know of as a person, right? But man, that thing called perimenopause is creeping up on you and start to thinning you out and taking your freedom of hair away.
It's
I
not
said, you know
doing
what?
mine.
I'm gonna take it out the wind, and I braid it down a lot more. I use more oils. I'm mixing my own oils at this point, and so I like to keep it out the wind. And I'll keep it covered a lot of times. You'll see me wearing a lot of hats, keeping it covered. But a lot of times,
And it's okay. It's whatever
absolutely,
makes you happy. That's what I tell people when it comes to us women. We don't do our hair for you. We do our hair for ourselves. Well, I do. And most women I know, you just a byproduct if we like it.
absolutely.
I don't know. You got a husband, maybe you different. But even when I had one, I was like, "Do you like this?" And he'd be like, "I don't like that." I'd be like, "Well, oh well, you just don't."
He
And
loves
maybe
that I
that's
can
why I
be.
don't have a husband.
He
But
loves my afro, but I people.
what
You
happened?
know,
You
like when I
so
wear Alicia, I
yeah.
got I got another one that's Goldie, and you know I like that one too. But I like the black conservative look because it just it's polished.
I miss having diamonds in my mouth and having color contacts sometimes. Because sometimes I like to change my eye color.
I wanted to get color contacts so much when we remember what was it called? What was the brand that everybody used to get when we was young, girl?
Bausch
Ah,
and Long.
Bausch and Lomb. That's
Yeah.
it. I was so scared. You know, I was already with the eye thing. I got these football shaped corneas because of the astigmatisms.
Oh, you have a step.
That's what
My
it's.
sister has that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's football shaped. That's the fancy word for football shaped corneas.
Okay. Do you hear that frog? How loud it is? Girl, bullfrogs are
Yeah,
behind my house. It's so loud. It be feeling like they coming in here with me. It be making me nervous. And sometimes I go
that
outside
would
and they
put me
be
to
on my
sleep.
back. Girl, oh, I can't stand it.
The cicadas are driving me wild out here because we live in a very wooded area.
I
The
love the
cicadas just going
cicadas.
crazy.
I love that. Now that reminds me of my big mama and big daddy house. Now, Sharita,
Hmm.
what's your zodiac sign? I already know what it is, but what is it?
I'm a Capricorn.
December, January.
January. I share a birthday with R. Kelly, David Bowie, Elvis Presley, and Stephen Hawking.
What's that? The 14th?
The
No,
8th.
the 8th. Okay. LL Cool J is the 14th. That's my daddy's birthday. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, yeah.
So now that gives way to characteristics. Now I'm not all into the horoscopes and all of that, but I do believe that people are characteristic of the sign that they're born under, and whatever you've read about Capricorns, it might be true.
Right.
But
and your rising and your moon.
If you don't know me, I might seem like a dull girl, but those that know me know I'm not.
I always tell people it's the quiet ones that's the sneaky ones. Watch out.
Well, not really sneaky. I just like to have fun.
And then she do it with a serious face. Look at Shine. Listen, Shine, we know. Okay, how them Capricorns is. Girl.
Listen, whenever R. Kelly started cutting up, honey, I said, baby, why you don't do that to me?
Is we already halfway? We are already halfway. So when we come back, we got the formalities out the way. We're going to come back. We're going to get into some poetry with Sharita. We're going to see Sharita doing poetry. We're going to talk about a few other things that she and I touched on this week that I feel like will be beneficial to our audience that's watching tonight, because it's, sometimes you get people on who they don't flow, but I never had that problem with you, Sharita. So, all right, Troy.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm loving everything that I'm hearing. Good stuff, ladies. The blast artist tonight is my boy, who I've been giving major love this week. Again, this is Greg Lester with Virtuous and a song that's called I Believe. Check it out.
Just like the season, it's crazy you don't need me, but you know I need you. In the middle of my storm, you say just sit back, let me lead you. Just know that I'm God. You know the feeling is real. You so in tune with me that you know every hair I got on top of my head, every move that I make, every step that I take. You know all about it, so I don't need to be fake. I don't know why you died for me. The answer's hard to find, so they're like we're playing hide and seek. But you saw something inside of me, and that's fine with me, because in you is where I find my peace. So when the problems come and make it hard to see, I'ma ride the wave, just like I ride the beat.
I just can't believe it, yet I still believe it. You died for me. You died for me. I just can't believe it, yet I still believe it. You set me free. Yeah, I try to wrap my mind around it, but your ways and your thoughts cannot be explained. I ask a lot of questions because you want me to know you will and get understanding. I believe. I believe.
I be thinking how you love a little sinner like me. They knew about my past, I know they wouldn't like me. You sent your son to die and I don't take it lightly. Any problems that I have, I know you got me. Oh, I believe that you died on the cross. Rose skin saved lungs. When it comes to this trip, man, I ain't gonna lie, you're the reason for all of the songs. Gotta run it back, gotta run it back. You the reason for the songs. And I believe that I was bald. You broke the chains and set me free. Ain't no way that I can't believe. It's because of you that I made brand new. I've been purchased, you paid the fee. I don't look like what I've been through. All my sins been washed clean. clean. I hope you understand what I'm saying, virtuous. Won't you tell them what I mean?
I just can't believe it, yet I still believe it. You died for me. You died for me. I just can't believe it, yet I still believe it. You set me free. Yeah. I try to wrap my mind around it, but your ways and your thoughts cannot be explained. I ask a lot of questions because you want me to know you will and get understanding. I believe.
Yes, indeed. And that was
I
Greg
love
Lester.
that.
Yeah. That was Greg Lester with Virtuous and I Believe. And if you are an independent artist, a spoken word poet, or up and coming comedian looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com to register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, you can also go to blastmusic247.com, register as a unlimited fan, and have access to hundreds of independent music. Blast, we're constantly changing the industry one artist at a time. All right, y'all. Back.
That wasn't even scripted. Hey, I like that.
Me too.
Now,
That song
actually,
is so inspirational.
now they're local, right? Aren't they from
Mm.
around here? Because I think I remember Virtuous from an event I did years ago.
She's been
And she-
around a while. Heard her voice.
Yeah,
before.
she's pretty dope. Greg, I don't know personally, but I remember Virtuous. She did a show I did, and I was doing. This is when I did clean comedy. Well, I still do clean comedy. I don't mean it like that. I mean, I do clean comedy.
Versatile.
Yes, I don't just do clean comedy anymore. So, I did a church event, and she sang and rapped, and it was phenomenal. I was like,
Yes.
okay, girl.
Mhm.
And I just saw her on something dancing on Instagram. She was at somebody's wedding, and she was
Wow.
having the time of her life. So shout out Virtuous. She's really dope. I think I got one of her CDs. I do have one of her CDs in my car. I do. So this was from years ago, but shout out Virtuous. You doing good, girl.
Her voice is
maybe I-
amazing.
Maybe I can get her on here. She's, because it's not many hip hop. Well, actually, there is quite a few now. But hip hop, R&B, gospel singers.
Shouts out to
and-
Sam Purpose, Benji Cinco, K.O. Bracy.
So you know a few.
To name a few, yes.
Yeah. So there you go. There you have it. And when my kids when we were actively in church, that's what they like. They like that, that vibe, and so they were heavy into Ty Tribbett and
That's my guy. I love
Baby
him.
girl, I love
preach
him
and
too.
I've seen him perform.
let me tell
Shouts
you
out to
something.
Angel for having him here for free.
I missed it when he came, and I was so mad because I remember when he did he turned it. He
Yes.
turned it. So the kids had got it in their mind at the church out of Phillips Chapel that they were going to do, because my kids want a praise dance team. And they decided to do He Turned It, the teenagers and the kids, the
Mhm.
baby. When I say by the time they got to the end of that dance, every last one of them little girls was laid out, and so was we.
Mm.
The spirit came through there so heavy, girl. Touch him and the
Oh,
brought the spirit up in there. I mean, honey, the little girls, honey, even my daughters was shouting. I said, "What's happening, Lord?" But that was a wonderful, like, certain things bring you back to, like, if you don't believe in the Holy Spirit or whatever, and that He can jump on you, that's your business. But I've been in the midst of it, and I know how it works.
that's
And
right.
if you believe in, like, their spirit can attach itself to you, whether you practice Baptist or whatever you practice. The Holy Spirit is
Absolutely.
the Holy Spirit. Like, I know people who do Yoruba Santerias and things of that nature, and they get endowed with the Spirit too. They don't call it the Holy Spirit, but it's the same thing. I'm telling you, it is.
Absolutely. It's
Because I've
universal.
seen,
Whatever you call it is God.
and it's phenomenal to experience it, like really experience it. So anyway, shout out Virtuous and Greg Luster also. That was a great song. So
Very good song.
Sharita, oh
Yes,
y'all,
ma'am.
and check out my cup, y'all. If you want to get you one, just hit me up in the inbox. Y'all know I got my coffee cups. Sharita, what you drinking on Crazy Carla's Concoction? We late. We used to do
Oh,
that at the beginning.
I wanted to break out the Monte Antico, the 2019
Ooh,
Monte Antico
okay.
for you.
Oh, I like
I
that
have
little red cap on there. I
it,
like
it's
that.
it's a let's see, look there, go to glasses. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh,
You know,
Cabernet Sauvignon.
the blacker the berry, it
Mm.
it it do what it do real quick. And see, that's the thing. I've been sitting on this bottle for, my goodness, since my birthday. I've been messing with this. Cause I'm not a avid drinker. I used to be in the bottom of the bottle once a week, a fifth a
Oh,
week. Praise
oh,
God that that's
okay.
not the case anymore. Vices are being broken, chains being broken there. And so at this point in my life, I mean, I have spirits in the house. I got a half a gallon of Tito's in there that's still being nursed on, like when company come over or whatever. But I prefer wines. They're easy, breezy,
That's
and
me.
I broke out the rest of the Monte Antico for you today.
I love that. Thank you, girl. And look, I switched up today because my throat was feeling a little. So I made you brought me some ginger turmeric tea from your excursions, and it's amazing. So I'm drinking it out my Crazy Carla's Concoctions coffee mug, and look at there, it's got a red inside. Y'all
There
know
you
you
go.
want
Want
one.
merch? Email Carla at
And my
AAHRO
wine
at
tumblers
G.
are also for sale. And if you want one, it keeps your drinks freakishly cold for a long time.
Whatever beverage you may have. So get the tumbler.
Yes, drink it, get it. So,
Pew, like she say.
pew, pew,
She
pew.
say. Like she say.
Want merch? Email Carla, Afro10, that's it, gmail.com.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it? Afro?
Uh-huh. When I first started
Afro.
doing poetry, I had a teeny weeny afro. I had cut all my hair off. And I looked like a little, well, I didn't look like a little boy, I said, but it was that low. I had a very low,
The
I
Caesar.
took picture. And I was out here doing the poems with my little fro. So I named myself because we would be like, bro, that was my
That's all
name.
right. That's ooh.
Yeah. And so
That's nice.
he has progressed to what you see today. So Afro 10, that's my Afro was my poetry moniker, is my
Yeah.
poetry moniker.
I know
And
that's right.
so
'Cause I heard somebody's writing again.
it's crazy. Something unlocked in me a few months
It's
ago, and
your
I've been,
level unlocked.
it happens. I think things happen in our life, and sometimes we can't write. and then things happen in our life and it just starts pouring out like water, the poems, right? So when did you know that you were a poet?
When I was a kid, I used to write because I didn't have nobody else to talk to. My life has not always actually, life is always challenging because we're human and that's the thing. But I had a really, really different childhood. And I was the oldest of my parents' children, couldn't talk to my siblings, couldn't talk to my parents. So I talked to my pen and my pad like they were my mom and my dad. And I journaled and I turned the journaling into poetry. I was never the poet that got into all of the standards of poetry, like different types. I'm a free verse poet, so I
So
just
you
write
didn't
what
do
I
that
write.
iambic and
Sometimes,
none of that
sometimes,
stuff.
yeah, sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick, sometimes it rhymes, sometimes it doesn't,
That's
but
me.
it's all me. And
Hmm.
I used to go into the name verbatim until God called me to say, these are not uh, things that you should be hiding behind an alter ego. You should be speaking from your perspective. And that's when I dropped my poetry name in 2017, and started going by my government name, Sharita C. Williams, at the time, because it's a testimony. As I got deeper into my spirituality, I started to understand that the things that I was experiencing were not in vain. It was truly a testimony. And so that's where I have arrived at, and I continue to versify my sorrows, pains, triumphs through poetry. And it is a testimony that God works um, through through me to help others. There's people on our watch that are assigned to us, and it's up to us to get up from under whatever shell or fear or anxiety that we have in regard to expression and get it out, because it's going to save someone's life. I
Wow.
was very shy growing up, very
Really?
shy. I was mischievous because I just wanted to be able to. I was, like I said, I was the oldest child. My therapist told me eventually that I just wanted to be seen, so I was doing stupid stuff like, I don't know, it was a fundraiser one time and I ate all the candy and put rocks from my grandparents' backyard in the boxes. You know those clusters, those pecan clusters from the fundraiser?
No, you didn't, girl.
My mom and my daddy, they were kind of popular people. Shouts out to my parents, God rest them both. My father was an administrator at the illustrious North Carolina A&T State University, and my mother was a student there at one point, also an alumni. And, so they had a field of friends. And so when fundraiser time came around, everyone wanted to buy things, especially from Sharita. So what I did, I was a greedy butt. I ate all the candy out the pecan cluster boxes. My grandparents had nugget size rocks in their yard, and I picked out. One weekend I was over there, I just picked out like about 60 and placed them gently. And listen to the poetry. Placed them gently in the boxes and strategically glued them all back together with super glue. Stupid stuff.
Yep.
You see, I ain't gonna hold you. Both my parents are gone now in the
Wait,
physical. They're
did
both gone in
they
the
take you? Did
physical.
they beat your
They never,
tail?
no, they did, but they never knew. Cause I still just said I didn't do it. I don't know what happened to those candies. It's
And that
terrible.
is a Capricorn.
Listen, and that's
I gave birth to one, and I know how y'all do stuff. And I be like,
I've learned in my 30s. I am very, very in control of my nature. I am.
I'm
Am I convinced?
so
Am I convincing?
terrified right now. I'm like, Lord help. Sharita, that story is one to beat the band. You hear me? Okay.
I really have all these crazy stories, short stories. I don't know if it would entertain anybody, but I have these little short stories that could really be something one day. Like, I don't know. I'm just a freak about writing. I've written 2 plays,
Mhm.
um, because they couldn't stage. They needed to be given life. Like, I've written 2 books that I haven't published yet. These short stories, even like this injury, where is it at? Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see it, but you see this scar, this long scar.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go. You see that?
I see it.
It goes all the way up. It goes all the way up to my palm. Ask me how I got it.
What you do?
I love food, y'all. All right. Bottom line, I love food. Um, this is when, and I'm gonna date myself when I say this. Um, Oatmeal was not always flavored, y'all. It used to come in a big cardboard
Box.
container, right?
Hmm.
And shouts out to Quaker Oats.
Okay.
Um, Quaker Oats created apple cinnamon, brown sugar maple,
Yes.
and some other varieties. And so I was a freak for oatmeal. I still am. I love good old bold
Me
fashioned
too. With
oatmeal. I love it.
raisins.
Yeah,
Ooh.
raisins and some nuts and some sugar. Okay, boom. See, you about to go. You about to make me make oatmeal after this thing. But anyway, check it. We had gotten some, and I was really, really wanting some. And my parents were taking up carpet in the house that Saturday morning. And I'm already clumsy. I just have so many talents. And so I wanted that oatmeal so bad. I'm running down the hallway where they're taking up carpet with carpet tacks down the sides of the hallway. I said, Mama, can I have this oatmeal? And mess myself up. And I still love it. I still eat apple. Cinnamon oatmeal. Just mischievous.
Girl, I just I raised 4 children and I went to the hospital for all kinds of reasons with them. So
Stupid.
and I was the kid who always got in stuff. So I know full well because I was a tomboy. So if my boy cousins
Did you
was
get to
doing
eat
it,
dirt? Did you eat dirt when you was young?
no, I didn't do that. I didn't do it. I used to do the clay. Now where my mom and them is from, you eat the clay. And they
Okay.
say if you like clay, you got a mineral deficiency, which I do. I'm anemic. So
Mm.
yeah.
I
But
used to eat dirt too.
yeah. But that's southern. People would never understand that. They'll be like, "What do you mean?" I used to eat clay.
I
Yes,
said I used to eat dirt
I
now.
used to chew it, and then yeah, it's a weird. Anyway,
Texture.
yeah, but it
Yeah.
makes you feel it was so I don't know. So anyway, I just had
So you get
what they call an oral fixation. I always had to have so that's why I smoked cigarettes forever. Um,
really? You used to smoke?
from the time I was 17 until I'll be cigarette free 6 years in September.
Only 6 years. Wow. I couldn't even. You know what? I ain't even gonna hold you. I could see you. What did you? You had the long ones, didn't you?
I smoke Capri's. I smoke Newports.
The little white ones.
By the time, yeah, the long slender, those are Capri's. I smoke those.
Okay.
I
I could
smoke,
see you being because you're such a feminine essence. I could see you.
but I smoke Black Jorum clove cigarettes.
I used to love those too.
Those were my favorite, and I smoke black. By the time it was over, I was smoking blacks, Black and Miles. But yeah, I would be literally. I could go back and find videos when I was on the bus stop. I didn't have no car, and I'd be on the bus stop doing lives, talking to people smoking cigarettes. Like, listen,
Wow.
but
I
God took it out of me that last
That's
time
what's
when I
up.
was like, I beseeched Him. I was like, listen, I don't want to do this anymore. And He took
I
the
know
taste out of my mouth.
that's
So,
right.
so
That's right.
when we do the special medicine, we use reefer papers like in the old days. You know how I used to do the special medicine.
Hmm.
So yeah, but let's get
I
into a poem.
I used to smoke too, real quick. This was, let me see, 2013. to 2024. That's 11 years I've been cigarette
See?
free.
Right.
I did try to pick up them Black and Mild Jazz again in 2019, but I put those down too.
I remember
I
those.
can't smoke
Yeah.
tobacco products. Yeah.
I don't know, but not every now and then I like a good cigar.
I've never had one. You mean like go to
Yeah, like a cigar, like what men smoke.
Go to Havana Fields and go get one. That's what you
I,
mean?
I love a good Cuban cigar. Yes.
Wow, I've never had one before.
I feel sexy when I smoke a cigar.
Ooh.
So it's, it's one of my little things. So let's get into a poem.
Okay.
Run it. Run that beautiful bean footage, Troy.
I can't with her right now.
Yeah. Yo, I got a round head just like Florida Evans old. She's so crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey.
Time to wake up. That's right.
Stay home.
So there's a term in the poetry world that says leave it on the stage. Right. There's some things I'd like to leave on the stage tonight. I really like to leave it here because I'm sick of it. Former relationship I was in, you get dogged out and you cry about it. You get mad about it. You refresh yourself about it. So, and you put it on paper too if you're a poet, or a napkin or your hand. Whatever's available. Man, this microphone playing. Can y'all hear me in the back?
Yeah. Speak forward.
It occurred to me suddenly that you're not who I thought you were. Like glancing over at you and who you have become is a blur. A figment of my imagination. White noise like when the digital signal is trying to find the station. Distortion, disfigurement. Like, who in the hell are you? And who in the hell are you talking to? And why do you think everything is going to go your way? And God gave me a mouth to say what I want to say. It occurred to me suddenly that you're not who I thought you were. Like glancing over at you and who you have become is a blur. I fell in love with a gentleman, not this sparkling example of a mental man. Sociopathological symptoms man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and whoever the hell else you want to be. All by yourself, just not with me. I can't with you anymore, honestly, because you couldn't love me like you started consistently. Yeah, it's easy to love materialistically, clothes, shoes, booze, incidentally. I can do all that for myself. So all I needed for you to do was dwell in my heart like an artery and keep my love flowing for the life of me. Hold me close and tightly. Choose me every day and incite me to exciting thoughts, not these pieces of a dream my pen has wrought. It occurred to me suddenly that you are not who I thought you were. Like glancing over at you and who you have become is a blur. That's it. Woo!
Bro.
He pissed me off, huh?
Honey, that sound like so many other of our stories, huh?
Listen. Switched up on me, girl. When I tell you, God will bring you through so many things. Like I said, to be a testimony to others. And I've made a little jokes and stuff like that in the poem, but that thing hurt really bad because I put my, we have many relationships. We done been in, where we are in life now. These seasoned ladies we've been in love a million times, but infatuation is really what it was because real love don't hurt. Right. And so just being in that situation just reminded me of how much more work I had on myself to do.
Yeah.
I think, as you see, I ain't have no hair. And I typically, whenever I am going through, I'll shorn my hair so I can get a clear point of view, a clear mind.
Yes,
And so
yes.
I big chopped at least 6 times in my life, at least. I am, and I don't even like to say survivor. I am someone who has been through domestic violence situations, what your financial abuse, your physical abuse, emotional, all of the things, right?
Mhm.
And you have to figure out what is going on inside of you that's attracting that type of attention. When you lack self-love, you don't attract loving things. That poem was a chronicle in that journey.
Right.
Yeah. And like I said, leave it on the stage. I left it on the stage that day because it's like for me as an artist, I can get on stage and talk to complete strangers about a thing and leave it on the stage and then feel revived. There's some poems that I've written that I couldn't even get through on stage tearfully. And I keep doing them and doing them and doing them until I can stick my chest out proudly and do those poems, bringing about a deliverance of sorts.
It was shadow work.
Listen.
But you did your shadow work in the open sometimes. And that's how it is when you're a poet.
Yes.
Sometimes our shadow work has to be done in front of other people. It is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
When we and that's why it's good to have other poets around you to pull that stuff out. And they be like, girl, put that. I used to have one poet friend who would say, girl, get that shit out. like a good cry. Just get it out.
Yes.
And it's part of your healing journey. Even if you never say it out loud, because there are some poets who they prefer to write it and let us read it and not speak it.
Yes.
And I get that because they really are true introverts.
Absolutely.
But excuse me, girl. This tea got me. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay. That ginger hit you.
Girl, it's like, oh, okay, hold one moment, please. But I want to hear another poem. Okay, look, we roll it. I just love hearing your poems. So, because when I hear people's poems, it makes me wonder, like, what was going on when they wrote that? Was that about them? Was it about somebody else? Was it because a lot of times we write poems, it's not even about us. It's about situations around us.
Yes. Let's take it here. I'll give you this one. This is an inspirational poem. After that breakup with that person that I wrote that poem about, I took 3 years hiatus from dating because Cat Williams, a notable comedian, he said, what about yo is attracting ain't dudes, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Ain't shit ninjas. Yes, I said it. Go ahead, because I know you Holy Ghost sanctified, but I cuss. I'm like Peter. Go ahead.
God bless it. Thank you, Jesus. God is good, Carla. I would have never thought that, but thank you, God. If I'm exuding that, I give it all God the glory.
Yes.
When I say it took 3 years for me to realize I was intolerable, there was a lot of things about me that was just downright. I didn't like myself. There was things that I didn't like about myself, and why would a nigga like anything about me? You know what I'm saying? I was inviting trouble emotionally and things of that nature. And then, of course, the spiritual battle inside me was ensuing. And so that's why I could never settle with anything, just anything, right? Not even myself. So I wrote this poem. Backstory on this poem. I enjoy, and even before I got with my husband, I frequented New York City, even as a child, the state of New York, but specifically upstate Westchester County. But the Brooklyn Bridge is a place that I really enjoy because I was afraid of heights and I was afraid of water. And those are two things that you have to overcome to walk this bridge. And so in a spiritual essence, to be able to cross this bridge and delight in crossing the bridge and not feeling anxiety is kind of like how my life has been. Learning how to delight in crossing things that bring you fear but produce joy. And this poem is about my experience with the bridge and how it makes me feel. Being from the South is an amazing. Let me start over. I was getting emotional because it really touches my heart to feel the way that I feel about this poem. Being from the South, this is an amazing place. Nothing like it back home. I love this space. Yeah, this bridge means so much to me. Friends and family laugh at my obsession trying to drag them along to walk it. I can't expect them to understand what it does for me to be one with the bridge. All it took to build it and sustain it reminds me of me. Strong, larger than life, solid and brick, weathering storms for others' benefit. To make it from one place to another, yet standing alone in this harbor, it saved me. I walked to the bridge with the paper I wrote on, then I threw it down and let the past float on. All the thoughts and the pains that have been ailing me, all the shame and the grief that had been failing me, I put it down in ink, let the water make it run. The weight on my shoulders made it feel like a ton. Now the burden is light, so much less to bear. Like when I cut the Caesar and showing all my hair, yeah, freedom. Like what the Brooklyn Bridge gives a woman like me. So high from the waters that terrify me, but my bravery supersedes being scared. I walk to the promenade and stand there, looking at the bridge, talking to my life. See you on the other side, I whisper as I begin to walk. Observing different sights, thinking bigger thoughts. Dispelling old dilemmas, tossing my fears into the harbor as I walk the wooden planks. So many others are there walking it for other reasons, maybe one or two similar to mine. Once I get to the middle, I stop, look out on both sides, and I inhale, exhale, and close my eyes to feel the sway as the harbor sounds resonate and winds blow. Just for a moment, it feels like I'm alone. I love the feeling of overcoming my heights in water by myself. It transcends to me feeling invincible and able to overcome anything. The bridge helps, an inanimate object, but gives so much life. Sometimes I walk it with tears in my eyes the whole time. Its beauty conflicting, even fighting against my pain to make me better. Others I can walk in confidence to let my friend know I'm okay. Today, smiling, finding peace along the way down to the Manhattan side. I walk fast down the ramp to get my celebratory slice. Every once in a while, looking back, whispering, thank you. I'll see you soon. I know it'll be there for me.
Wow. That's crazy. And you know what? I am terrified of heights, but I
Mm.
love the Brooklyn Bridge. I love walking
Do
across it.
you?
Yeah, I hate the Verrazano Bridge gives me panic, but the Brooklyn
Yes,
Bridge.
it's tough.
But as a kid, and going to New York, because I have lots of family in Brooklyn, Brownsville, shout out. Um, I would love to get on that bridge. Um, and it's different. People are riding their bikes, they're roller skating,
It's the
they're,
hustle and bustle.
yeah, people are moving, people are doing all kinds of things on that bridge. It's like a little city in itself walking on the
Right,
bridge, right?
right,
And
right.
so even though you're up in the air like that, that's the one place like I would be scared when I first hit it, but by the time you go off of it, you're cool. And it's
Absolutely.
I that I felt that. I felt that. Thank you, Sharita. That was a dope poem. So
Thank you.
what God, I mean, as a poetess, and you said you've been through all the things, um, domestic, just life. I mean, recently you just lost your father, your mother, was it your grandfather?
Yeah, my granddad and my dad, they died on the same day in 2020. And then your mom just passed in May.
And so was poetry part of your healing process as you grieve? And I'm not saying grieved past tense, because if your loved ones just passed, that wasn't that beautiful, Jackie? So if
shouts
your
out to
loved
Jackie. She lost someone recently too. I've been watching you. You keep pressing, girl. Keep smiling. You're beautiful.
Yeah, she lost her Aunt Dot. Shout out to Aunt Dot. And I say grieve because 2020 wasn't that long ago. And your mom passing really was not long ago. And my dad has been dead since 1995. My granddaddy longer than that. And it just seems like, okay, and it just seems like you never get through grieving. Like it might get easier and you deal with it in different ways, but I feel like grief is something that never goes away. And you have to learn ways to channel it and to work through it. And for us as poets, like with Jackie, she sings. You know, for me, I tell these jokes. I get on, I act, I become different people. It helps me, you know. And the poems, like I said lately, they just been pouring out of me like water. And shout out to Malikia, because she will drag you on her little show and be like, you get ready to do a poem. What? And, you know, I hadn't done it in such a while. I was like, well, I don't know if but it's like riding a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it
sure
really is. So let's watch your other poem. Let's watch that one.
Okay.
What do you expect? I'm dressing up for what? Your respect? Something I regret. Straightening my hair to gain leverage in the workplace, or even dressing a certain way to obtain equal pay. With this anatomy, good luck with that. I'll see you on the other side. What do you expect? I'm dressing up for what? Living up to your standard? Surprise, I'm not a trophy, though I'm a prized possession. A masterpiece, a definitive weapon. As effective as a well-balanced breakfast on test day. As comforting as an ocean mist against your skin during high tide. Like that water rise, my pride is my shine. When can I live nappily ever after, every day, and not be the center of controversy? Because of my tight coils, my creamy skin, my self-respect, my sensual mind, my intellect, the fullness of my lips, all the way down to my fingertips. What do you expect? What about my expectation? To be me and not be bogged down with these things you set as standard. You are not the norm. I don't mean any harm, but we're all born original. And I can't give you any less than what I've been given to survive with. So what do you expect? Without melanin, I've never been. I can't live without it. It's like oxygen. It's a part of me. Just like my nappy black mane and my made up name in this over analytical brain. What do you expect?
What do you expect? Doggone it.
I don't know what
love
it.
Sarita, that was dope.
Thank you. I wrote that at a time where I got tired of seeing people vilify Black women and women of color for wearing our hair the way we want to wear it. I was working at a federal job, and I would feel a certain kind of way when I get these looks, because my afro is kind of big, you know, and I would wear that thing out. I will blow that thing out and just really sprinkle some water on it and let it shrink just enough to do the boo boo. And I wear that thing, and you know, people look at you like you're crazy and stuff like that. And then I see other people talking about women doing their hair the way they want to, and I just like, what do you expect? You know, like you are not the standard. I don't mean any harm, but we're all born original. Like, get over it. And so that was El Parela. That came out 3 years ago this week. You can find it on YouTube. It was a maxi single. It's three poems on one joint. Go and check it out on YouTube. It's two other pieces, Politicky and red carpet treatment
But
along
what
with
did
their.
they find it under? What name? Under what name?
Oh, Sharita C. Williams. This is before I
Sharita.
got married.
And
Yeah.
spell Sharita because some people are listening instead of watching.
Oh yeah, SHERRITA C Williams on YouTube.
Okay, you heard it. That was dope, girl. Oh my God, I like the beat. I like the flow. And that's what I like about your poetry too. It's hip hoppy.
Hip hop is the origin of it. Like I will say, real quick to answer your question on the last piece. Um, when I wrote a poem for my grandfather, like I said, I basically memorialized all my grandparents with poetry. Um, I wrote my grandfather's poem. I spit it at his graveside, and I dropped the pen and the poem and the whole with him. And I don't know if that really was like some type of symbolism, but I had a writer's block for like a year, and I was stagnated. It wasn't until 2022 that I actually started writing again. I was just really in a different place because I was his caretaker in home caretaker for 5 years, and I watched his decline with dementia, and it was just really disheartening, and it took a lot out of me, especially for them to pass on the same day. But God has given me the strength to be able to continue and do more and get back into the rhythm of the things that were important to me, because those are the things that have sustained me over my life. I can't stop allowing the tools and the gifts that God has given me to stagnate in times of trouble, when those were the instruments what I utilized to get myself out of time of trouble.
Right.
As far as hip hop is concerned and the elements of hip hop, like I stated, I wrote a lot when I was a kid. In 1988, I went to Kmart with my parents on Cone Boulevard. Shout out to Kmart and the Blue Light Special. This was the
I
cherry
remember
slushes.
that Kmart, yes.
I bought a cassette called 3 Feet High and Rising by De La Soul, and I was so enamored by this group. I actually took this cassette and wrote down all the words, and it was a bunch of jibber jabby concerning what my parents thought, but you know, it was really expression. They dressed crazy. They were confident about their words and their speak.
Blackness. Yeah.
And you remember when hip hop was when we were young, it was all about blackness. Everyone was individual, you know, the hairstyles, the stacked haircuts, the African medallions, the black medallions. You know, it was just really like made me feel like a seriously individual person. Like I still remember my first rhyme that I wrote, you know, based off me feeling like I was actually just a part of this movement called hip hop. And so I interjected hip hop into everything that I did when it came to poetry, even down to making beats when I started making them, because I wanted to put the poetry behind music. And there was no one really readily at the time making music for poems. So, you know, it's always just been that hip hop undertone for me. Rap is rhymes and poetry. So
Yeah.
that's where it is.
And that for me, it was always I like the slams. If that gives you any idea, like I love the slams. I love the fact that we would come together and off the cuff we had to do it. And for me, it was like fighting. It was like fist fighting.
With words.
Yeah. And I that was the stage of life I was in. I just felt like I was, you know, and whenever I hit that stage, I was like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and that's how, yeah, and that's how I entered into doing poetry. But it's so cathartic. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I told you I was gonna do this poem, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it now because
you better do it. What they say, you better.
You better. Look,
you better.
Well, my grandbaby be saying it, I'll be like, oh my God.
Oh, shouts out to Pinky.
Miss Pinky, honey. Now she told me she's gonna be a dancer, but she's gonna be a basketball player.
Okay.
Whatever. Whatever she want to do, we just gonna go with it.
That's
So
right.
I wrote this. Remember when I was talking? I was like, I'm always writing poems. It's weird. When you're a poet, you write them on everything. I literally was sitting at my desk and I said, let me write this. I wrote this poem in like 5 minutes.
Because you needed to get it off your chest. Didn't you feel
It just
good?
crossed my, and I was like, okay. When I wrote it, I was just reflecting is actually what was going on in my brain. And I just felt like I had to put it down. And that's what I did. And okay, I'll let you. I didn't even give it a title. I just started writing. Because
Okay.
you know, we're poets. We always gotta name something. But I
The
didn't
bridge,
name
the
this
Brooklyn
one.
Bridge poem, the Brooklyn Bridge poem ain't got no title.
Yeah,
I
some
just
of my
wrote that
poems don't
down.
have titles, but most of them do. So
Yeah.
in this particular, I'll just go. So in the beginning, I know that we agreed that this was just going to be a physical thing, no strings attached and all of that. But I fucked around and fell in love. And you didn't. But I digress, and I'm simply just too old for this mess. How did I end up sitting here daydreaming about you every day and laying up on your chest? You have become the sweetest taboo. Your love or lack thereof has turned me into a woman calling out to the ancestors night and day, begging God and my big ma to take this angst away. I gotta pass this test. Shake these recalls of you with your lips on my neck, your hands on the small of my back. Me moaning while I'm sitting on your lap. Real rap. I just want to go one day without thinking about you, 1 hour without wanting you, 1 second without praying about what do I do without you. But it hasn't happened yet. And so there's that.
You good?
And I'm good. I'm good. You know, thank God for the arts, right?
Yes.
Thank God that we can put pen to paper, step on stages, sing, dance, do the things that make us balance out and keep us from going down these deep, dark, and sometimes we do. I mean, because the shadow work is not easy. There have been times where I've had to literally, in dealing with myself, not deal with other people. And it's not that I was being funny or anything, but I had to, because if I didn't, I was not going to make it. I had to shut
energetically, you don't want to give off the wrong vibes.
It's not even a matter of that for me, because for me, I just feel like you get what you get. But sometimes you have to be mature enough to say, I gotta keep this energy over here.
Absolutely.
And energy vampires have no respect about you and what you're going through. And people love to use the word narcissist a lot, but sometimes it's not narcissistic. Sometimes it's just straight up energy vampires, which is something totally different from a narcissist.
Absolutely. Because narcissists don't want nothing from you. Energy vampires, they want everything from you.
All of it. And they don't even know that that's what they're doing sometimes. You know what I mean? And for me, because of the way my heart is set up, I don't like to see people suffer. But if you do something to me that I feel disrespects me, then the other side comes out. And that's where we have to as artists be able to get that shit out, like I told you before, or it's gonna be a problem for everybody. Starting with me first, right? Yes. So before we get off, I know you have children and grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
How has motherhood and grandmotherhood affected your poetry? Because I see what being married has done. I've watched you, Sharita, over the years go
Mm-hmm.
from that to this right here in front of me. And you're one of those people that I admire. And I tell you this a lot because you just take it one day at a time and you do it so gracefully. And you do it, no, but you do it in a way, you do it real. Because sometimes, like, shout out to Tayamika, shout out to you, shout out to Jackie, shout out to everybody who's lost somebody and there's a void.
Mm.
And in that void, with that person or persons being gone, we have to figure out how to still be ourselves, even though we're not ourselves. And sometimes that means we have to cry in front of people. Sometimes we have to lash out in front of people. Sometimes we have to do the things that keep us grounded, but make us look ugly, like an ugly cry almost. Like, it's like, hey, y'all, I'm just trying to keep it together. Sing a song, dance a dance, write
Yes.
a poem, do a play, tell a joke, whatever it is,
Right.
artistically, play a video game, create a video game.
Right.
These are the things that the ancestors gave us to help us with, because they knew there was going to be a time that we weren't going to have those most important to us here in the flesh.
Woo.
Right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
speak on motherhood and grandmotherhood in your poetry.
I shout out to my kids. You know, like, I will say that they're my two kids are adults, 27 and 31. I had my kids when I was young, and there are challenges with being a teen parent because you're set with the responsibility of another life sooner than you anticipated, and you might not be equipped for that task when it first occurs. Double it with statistics and possibly not selecting the most effective individuals to parent with. And so in the challenge of trying to raise kids,
Mm-hmm.
it comes with the mothering aspect that a lot of people who are prepared for parenting is not at the forefront. Survival is at the forefront. Taking care of those individuals that come from your womb gets to the forefront. And over time, because children have a need, an innate need, they didn't ask to be here, but yet and still they're here, there's gonna be an area that lacks. I've always tried to be the best parent that I could be, right? But at the same time, both of my children have expressed that they have gotten lack from me, whereas I felt that I did the best that I could. So when it comes to poetry and my kids and my grandkids, that might be the only place that I could truly express to them how I really feel. And I hope that one day that they will actually pay attention to my words in regard to them when I write, so they'll know where I really come from as a mom. I've had to be more strict or more stern, the breadwinner in a lot of cases, which produced absence in their lives that they needed me. But it was like survival, or I never was able to find the balance, right? But I do know poetry carried me through the process. because I was able to journal and keep myself in check about a lot of different things. My daughter and I had a great conversation. My daughter and I have a real interesting relationship, and I'll just express this real quick. She's the first of my kids. I had her when I was 15 years old. Her father did 17 years under the old law. So I had the responsibility of taking care of her solely as her only parent on the outside. Sure, I had relatives, my grandparents, God bless them. God bless my mom and my father. They helped me to the best of their ability, but their sole responsibility of maintaining and taking care and protecting and nurturing this child was mine. And so as an adult, she was like, I wish you were there for me more, Mom. You worked a lot. I know I had everything I needed. I didn't want for a thing but you. And when she came to me and said that, you know, at first, human nature, I was like, but I did what I needed to do. Need. In reality, the need was for me to be there for her. So with me being 47 and her being 31, we're cultivating this relationship now where I want her to know that I need her. And I asked her last night, tell me that you need me. And she did. And that meant the world to me, because even as a woman, she still needs her mommy. Yes. And that gives me hope to continue to be the best mother that I can be. I can never say, I would be remiss to say that poetry helped me and sustained me to be the woman that I am. I'll be honest with you, I've had failed relationships, failed marriages because of my dedication to my art. Because I was firm and steadfast on it, because what the old drug dealers say, money don't talk back. That's why I want that money, right? Mm-hmm. The old poet would say, poetry ain't never talked back. Poetry was always there. When I needed someone, poetry was always there. So like, that's deep. I never turned my back on poetry, because poetry never turned its back on me. Some people might not be able to understand that, but I promise you, the woman that you see right now would not be that woman without that word, without the ability to create, without the ability to recite. Poetry saved my life and continues to save my life. I say that to say, and I always got to say something encouraging. If you feel like you're in a place where you don't know, not you, the listeners, I'm gonna look directly in the camera. If you feel like you are lost or you don't have a direction, write it down and look at your words, because it goes from your head to your hand to your pen to your paper or your cell phone. And you can begin to unlock the mysteries of your life through writing, journaling. And even if you never step on a stage, you will still have the ability to know your thoughts. Exactly. It's one thing when it's stuck up here and it's just rattling in there consistently. But when you put it on paper and you look at it, you're forced to engage with yourself. Mm. And you're forced to make a decision. Am I going to reconcile with myself, or am I really just going to let myself die? Some people might not think it's that deep, but it really is. Think about the word of God. I mean, people can argue all day long. It's just the book. People changed it, this, that, and the third. Even if you don't read the Bible every day, your relationship with God cultivates your understanding and your need for the word, whatever it means to you. And I ain't gonna get super dumb deep because we having fun. But yeah, meditate, pray, however you do it, get closer to it. But I bet you it's gonna come down to you putting a pen to a paper. Yeah. Bottom
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. Wow. Sharita, you never disappoint me. You are like, yeah. Thank you, sis. And I was gonna ask you, what would you like to tell the
You know
people,
what?
but you I heard you.
I always got something to say. I think if I, because I'm real quiet typically, but I'm learning to speak out more and talk more. Um,
Good for you.
yeah.
Good for
I think it's time for that. I think there's a season for everything. There's a season for everything, but at this point, I'm just I'm ready to. Oh, I'm always gonna be ready to learn. So don't get it messed up. I ain't some guru out here in these streets.
you. Right.
I'm willing to teach anything that I've been through and I've been able to go through and break through to
Yeah.
anybody because people need each other. We need each other. Love your neighbor like you love yourself. Like seriously. Because if I sit here and learn how to love myself, how am I gonna sit here and stand idly by and watch my neighbor suffer when I can show you a key?
Yeah. Thank you. Did you have anything else you want to share with us before? Because we got
Um,
time tonight. Usually we be rushing, but we got time tonight.
Listen, I want y'all to continue to support. Yeah, was it? Where's she at? Yeah, this lady right here.
Yeah.
Continue to support this lady right here in her comedy, in her acting, in her plays, in her podcast, and her merchandising, all of the things.
Thank you, girl.
Seriously, because
Thank
you
you.
certainly deserve it. I mean, over the years, like it ain't trolling or nothing. Like when you sit here and observe people that you admire and you're spiritually drawn to because you have similar attributes,
Right.
like me, like you, like Sunshine,
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
Jackie, like Ty Mika, others like us. I'm not saying that there's not other ladies in that number, but those are people that I can speak on specifically
Yeah.
because the beautiful smiles that I see on the news feed, whenever I'm having a bad day, I might have just cried my eyes out, didn't sleep all night. I slept for the first time a whole night, 2 nights in a row, last night and the night before last, in preparation for a new job that I got. Because I got to switch my schedule. I'm not working nights anymore. I'm working days, mornings, early
Oh,
mornings,
wow.
and I'm forced because I'm not at all a daytime person. I'm a very nocturnal person. And in between grieving for my mom, which is one of the hardest things that I've ever had to endure. I've been losing sleep. I've been crying a lot. I've been in real. I've had to allow God to bring me out of some real difficult places. And shouts out to my siblings, my husband, and all the people that really have been there for me, strangers and non-strangers. Um, I've had to really get in a good place. But coming to the news feed, seeing your smile, some wonderful meme that you shared, or just seeing Taya Mika, God bless her heart, brave life. Jackie, shouts out to Alter Egos band, Denalja.
Yeah.
The other young lady, I'm not familiar with her name, but I
To
know
me.
these ladies from back in the day. Denalja
Yeah.
from Thursday nights, candlelights. You know what I'm saying? The voiceness. You know what I'm saying? Just watching these women grow, watching these women shine, and I'm like, man, we all put our pants on or our skirts one leg at a time.
Yeah.
And, give me inspiration. I see it gives me inspiration, and I thank you. I
Yeah.
thank you for being a light in a dark place.
I thank you. So, I guess that's it, Sharita. I wish you all the best. I pray God's blessings upon you and your family and your loved ones. I pray that God continue to endow you with the gift and the gifts that He has bestowed upon you, and even the gifts that are coming, because this life is not over. I pray that God will continue to work with you and walk with you through this grief process, because as we know, there's no time stipulation on grief. And I just wish with my whole heart that shy smile, you just keep doing it a little more and more each day. God is great. So, y'all, with that being said, we're gonna roll up out of here. We look, we did a long show tonight, and it's okay, because that's what happens on Crazy Carla's Concoctions. We go with the flow. So tonight was one of those nights, and until next time. Now remember, next week we won't be on here. Oh, come see Cleaning House, Royal Curtain Drama Guild, Winston-Salem, the 16th and the 17th. Y'all, my birthday is next Wednesday. I'm taking off work. If y'all want, y'all know I love Trader Joe's.
Shoot them your Cash App.
Oh, what is my Cash App? Afro 10. That's it. $AAHFRO10. If you want to give me some money, go ahead. Trader Joe's gift certificates. I would never turn one down, because that's why I shop all the time. They know me and Pinky by name. Who? Trader Joe's.
I've never.
Oh, yes.
I was there one time looking for some cheese, for some vegan macaroni and cheese.
Oh, no. Well, no, you might as well go to Food Line for that. But I love Trader Joe's because their wine section is crazy. Their vegetables are top tier. Okay. Their salads are everything.
They have prepackaged salads.
Yes, ma'am.
And they fresh and not wilted.
Fresh.
Okay. That's what I be looking for.
Daily. And I love their mozzarella and tomato salads. I was at garlic powder tonight. But they sell the green mussels in a can too. You can get those. And I drain them and season them. And I eat them. Well, their hummus is amazing. I just love Trader Joe's. Their water, whatever. That's my story. So anyway, we're going to get off. That happened. So we're going to get off. I hope everybody has an amazing next week. And we'll see you back in 2 weeks. All right? Peace.
That's my girl right there.